So hey, what's up YouTube? I'm back with another video. This time is a story time though. This is going to be a new thing on my channel. I'm going to start telling you all my stories because I got a whole lot and I'm ready to just about everything, girl. Just tell you all the tea. But if you're ready for the tea, go get your teacup, a blanket, pillow, snacks, whatever. But yeah, let's get into it. So I had to be like 20 at this time and I was working at Family Dollar. So I had this little rinky-dink ass Family Dollar, whatever. So I was working there and I had met this guy named Chris. But that's what we're gonna call him in the story. His name is Chris. I had met this guy named Chris. And he was cool or whatever, you know. We was talking here and there, you know, a little hi, bye, whatever. But he wasn't catching my attention, so yeah, so it was just that, whatever. So one day, you know, we just talking, whatever, playing, doing what coworkers do. Because when you meet people, you become friends. You just do what you do as a coworker. So yeah, so he's like, can I have your number? So I'm like, okay, you know, I'm not gonna be mean about it. I was just like, okay, you know, if he needed for something or if he coming in to work late, and I could tell my manager for him or whatever. So I was like, okay, whatever. So he started texting me like, hey, what's up? What you doing? I'm alone. You trying to come over and see me? Da da da. So I'm like, you know, giving him dry text messages back like, boy, I'm chilling. No, I don't want to come see you, whatever. So he's still trying. Like, he did not give up. So I'm like, okay. At this moment, I became lonely. You know, wasn't texting nobody. So I was like, I'm going to just feed into it because it's whatever. So he starts texting me like, what you doing today? I'm like, nothing. What you trying to see me? Da 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 da. So he like, yeah. So I've left him out the first couple times because I'm like, I don't trust this nigga that much to be going to his house. So I was like, whatever. So we go to work. He like, you bluffing me out. Stop bluffing me. Da 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 da. So I'm like, all right, boy, whatever. So he was like, so are you trying to come see me? I'm like, I don't know, but you like, we cool, but I don't know. So he like, all right. So we just keep continuing the text message, So one day he was like, you trying to come to my house? So I'm like, all right. And I come there and it's like a little townhouse or whatever. And I'm like, I know this nigga don't have no townhouse because he worked at Family Dollar with me and we making the same amount of money, so I know he don't have no townhouse. So he like, yeah, this is my father's house. Basically out the blue, he was just like, when I got out the Uber, he was just like, yeah, this is my father's house. So I'm like, all right. So like, I get to meet the family the first time. Like, dang, you didn't even tell me I had to meet the family. But whatever. So he take me in his house or whatever, and his father's sitting right there on the couch. So I'm like, hi, you know, hi, how are you? Trying to be sweet or whatever. He like, what's up? Da da da. So we go down the basement, right? And let me tell y'all, this basement did not look like this boy was sleeping down there. First of all, it was a couch, a leather couch at that. So what couch are you sleeping on, right? And then it was a whole done basement, and it had like a kitchen part over there, and a kitchen, a sink, and a washer and dryer over there. And then over here it had like a leather couch, but you know the leather couch that has the arm, then the couch, then the arm, then the couch, and the arm. That's how it was. And then it had the little TV, a little carpet space or whatever, and that was pretty much it. So I'm like, where is he sleeping at? So he like, I sleep on that little cot over there. So I look at the cot, I'm like, okay, maybe he is sleeping on a cot or whatever. But like, in the back of my head, I'm thinking like, maybe this nigga don't really live here. He just brought me here because he don't want me to know where he live at. Because, you know, anybody can do anything if they know where you really live at. So I'm like, okay, so we chilling or whatever. We start chilling. And we chilling even more. I'm coming to his father's house like every 2 weeks. Like, girl, every 2 weeks after 2 weeks after 2 weeks. Or whatever. And you know, we having sex because that's what grown-ups do when they like each other. So yeah, so we start having sex or whatever, and you know, I'm getting feelings attached or whatever. At first, I did not like this nigga like at all. Now, feelings attached, you know, he calling me every night. We on the phone all night or whatever. So I'm like, oh, he like me. So I'm like, I'm about to be in a relationship, whatever. And I'm the relationship type of chick. I'll be in a relationship like that. Hit me up, relationship. But yeah, so I was just like, we about to be in a relationship. So we never put a title on it, but he was calling me babe, talking to me every night. So I'm like, this nigga my boyfriend. Simple as that. So let's fast forward all the way to my birthday or whatever. You know, we were still chilling, doing whatever, all the way to my birthday. So it's the day of my birthday. He called me that morning. He like, I got your present in the back of the car. So I'm like, back of the car? This nigga never had a car. Well, I'm like, okay, whatever. So he like, yeah, I got your gift in the back of the car. I'll when I see you, I'll give it to you. So I'm like, okay, oh, thank you. You know, being cute or whatever. But still in the back of my head, I'm like, this nigga never had a car, so where's this car coming from? So, so he never explained anything about the car. So I was like, okay, whatever. And then he's like, you know, I'll let you do you on your birthday and then call me whenever you get a chance. So I'm like, okay, you know, love you, bye. And yes, we were saying love you. So that's how deep it was. We both were saying I love you to each other. So, yeah. So he basically hung up or whatever. And I'm just chilling there, you know, I'm not doing nothing for my birthday, literally, like, nothing. Even though I was turning 21, I was not doing anything. I was just chilling because I didn't have no money at the time. For some reason, I just didn't have no money. So I was just chilling. I was just waiting to see what my mom and my uncles and my family was going to do for me or whatever, because they love doing stuff for me. But yeah, so I had got bored, you know, chilling, watching TV. I had got bored, and it's my birthday, and I was like, oh, I want to talk to my bae. So I called his phone or whatever, and it go like straight to voicemail. So I called it again. It goes straight to voicemail. And I'm a little crazy. So I start calling him on Facebook. So the Facebook FaceTime didn't connect. And yeah, he had an Android. But the Facebook FaceTime didn't connect. So I'm like, what the hell? So I called him like again on the Facebook FaceTime, and it still didn't connect. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I go back to chilling, watching TV. Like, he gonna call me back when he get a chance. So I get a call. And let me tell y'all, when I answered his phone, it was a whole bitch in the camera. Talk about who you. I'm like, girl, who are you? So I hung up because I'm like, I'm not with the bullshit. Today my birthday, I'm not for it. So this bitch called me back, this time on Facebook FaceTime. She called me back on Facebook FaceTime. And was like, I asked you who you were. Who are you? Da 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 da. And I'm like, I'm his friend. Why? Who are you? She's like, I'm his wife. Da da da. Tell her. To Chris, right? So I'm like, you need to tell me, like, what's going on? What's up? Whatever. So she like, he got a whole child. I'm his wife. I was on vacation, and he bring you up and down his father's house, and whole time he don't even live there. We got a whole apartment. Da 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 da. So I'm like, oh really, Chris? Oh really, Chris? He like, no, that ain't true. She like pushing his head or whatever. She like, tell her you don't love her. Tell her you don't love her. So he like, no, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say I don't love her. So he fighting with her, and the phone hang up. So after the phone hang up, I'm like, whatever, I'm about to block him. So as soon as I'm like about to block him, I get another call again. I just answered the phone because at this point I'm entertaining it because I'm bored. So so she like, tell her you don't fucking love her. Tell her that. So I'm like, Chris, what do you have to say for yourself? Like, stop. Why is she talking to me? What do you have to say for yourself? So he's like, I'm not gonna say I don't love you, because I love you, but yeah, I did lie to you. And I'm like, oh really? So you want to play me like boo-boo the motherfucking fool? I should knock you across this knock this phone across this damn room, and then come to your house and knock you across the damn room. So I'm like, okay, whatever. he like, yeah, I don't really live here. I do have a baby. That is my girlfriend. That's my girlfriend. She's like, no, tell that bitch I'm your wife. Tell that bitch I'm your wife. Tell that bitch I'm your wife. He like, no, that's my girlfriend. That is not my wife. I do not have a wife. Right? So I'm like, so this whole time you was over here playing house and I'm over here not talking to nobody, not entertaining nobody, thinking you my nigga, and you fucking this bitch and me at the same time. He like, no, I was not fucking y'all at the same time. She was out of town. I was only having sex with you. Da, 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 da. He's doing this all in front of her. And she like wilding him out like, stop fucking playing with me. You playing with my emotions. Like, da, 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 da. And I'm like, I'm not going to argue with the girl because it's not her fault. It's yours. So why would you do that? He like, I didn't mean to get feelings involved. It wasn't supposed to be feelings involved. We were supposed to just be fucking, da da. But I caught feelings for you. Like, the sex was good. I caught feelings, and I'm like, well, why would you do this on my birthday? Like, why you couldn't wait until tomorrow to call me and tell me that you had a baby and a wife or a girlfriend or whatever? He like, she was going crazy. She saw your name in my phone popping up when you was calling me, and she was just going crazy, da, 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 da. So she called you. So I'm like, well, nigga, get this bitch off my phone, and you get the fuck off my phone, and you have a nice life. Don't motherfucker call my phone ever again. Don't ring me no more. Don't talk about me. Don't talk to me. Don't apologize to me. Don't say nothing to me. Like, it's just that simple. Because I'm not dealing with this dumb ass shit. And that's what I was telling him. Like, I'm not dealing with that at all. And he like, well, if I was to break up with her, would you still talk to me? I'm like, no, I'm not going to talk to you because I'm not for that. I'm not nobody's side chick. Like, yeah, my esteem might be a little low every now and then, but I'm not low enough to be nobody's side chick. It's just that simple. So I'm like, no, I'm not dealing with you anymore. So he hung up or whatever. They hung up. And I was like, you know what? I'm done. So here come a text message. I didn't love you. I was lying. Blah, blah, blah. I said the whole time, that's that girl. I'm not even dealing with it. I'm not going back and forth with her. I said, okay, hun. Have a nice life. Y'all have a nice life. Have a nice day. I kindly blocked him and went about my day. Like, I know the story was short or whatever, but it was just a moral. Like, don't degrade yourself for nobody. Don't be going to nobody's father's house in the basement doing nothing, because that's just not it. Like, don't degrade yourself for nobody. Like, stand up for yourself. Don't just don't do what I did. This is that simple. Like, as young women or women period, just let these niggas be. If these niggas really ain't fucking with you like they say they are, let these niggas be. It's just that simple. Because at the end of the day, I wouldn't have got my feelings hurt. I wouldn't have had to deal with that on my birthday, and I would have been Gucci. I would have been fine. I still would have been talking to the niggas I was talking to, but instead I cut everybody off. Moral of the story, don't cut nobody off. Do you, just like these niggas doing them. And it's just that simple. But yeah, so that's the story. So after we hung up or whatever, it was my birthday. My uncles and my cousins and them brought me alcohol. And so I drank the whole bottle of alcohol because I was so hurt. Got so drunk to the point where I couldn't even stand up. Like, I stood up and fell flat on my mom's bed. Then I lift my head up. I threw up on my uncle and the floor and everything because I was just so devastated. But when I woke up the next day, I washed my face, I brushed my teeth, and I said, bitch, put your crown back on. The whole tilted, but put it back on and go about your day. And guess what? I straight got my hose back, threw that hook in, got my hose back, and went about my life. Cause ain't no nigga ever gonna do me dirty ever like that again. I might not say that because I got more stories to come about these niggas. But yeah. So thank you for watching my video. If you like my story time, like it. Leave a comment, subscribe, please subscribe, because I'm really trying to get my YouTube off the ground. I'm really trying to do this for a living. If you could help me. And yeah, love you guys.